Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Top Mount, the mount-based review show where we talk about mounts in the game Rift Plains of Telara. Now today on the show we're going to be looking at 3 different mounts. We're going to be looking at the Ice Strider, the Bounding Devourer, and finally the Shadow Hellbug. We're going to be talking about the various attributes and qualities that these mounts possess, the design of the mounts themselves, and also how to ascertain these mounts for the viewers out there who may want to pimp their ride, so to speak. So starting off, right in front of me at the moment, we have the Ice Strider. As you'll notice, it's a large aggressive raptor type model with ice on it, which does suit the name Ice Strider extremely well. This mount was initially launched with Rift free-to-play and was given to all players who were suckered into buying the Storm Legion package with a year's worth of Rift subscription. Thank you once again for this free mount and also going free to play. I appreciate both of those qualities and features that you provided me with. So anyways, on to the features of the mount. As you'll notice, on his head are small ice crystals. Yes, that's right, which normally would jolt or impale anybody that would get near to them. So for example, you know, if he was to suddenly break, the force of gravity might send those flying into your head, but luckily, look, you know, if he rears his head back, you also rear your head back as well. It's kind of like some sort of funky dance that's going on here, where you have your head synced with the head of the raptor, and is extremely cool. You'll also notice that in the jaws of the raptor, there appears to be a rendering of the flesh on the side of his mouth, or either some kind of variety of spider living by the side of his mouth. I'm not entirely sure what that is there. Just on closer inspection, the flesh doesn't actually appear to be teared, so it is a tad odd. Now, if you're looking on the nose and horns of the raptor, you'll see there are various bandages where I don't know what these bandages are for, but they appear to be there for cosmetic reasons. Maybe they don't really appear to be bandaging anything together, but they do kind of make it look slightly cooler, which I believe is what the designer was aiming for. Now you'll notice there is a very large and luscious back seat that they have with kind of spikes sticking out either side. You know, initially getting onto the raptor in realistic terms, I don't see how you would initially step up, but luckily, you know, when you call this raptor, it just magically appears below you and you ascend onto it, which is absolutely brilliant and very convenient. Now, if you have a look at the tail of the raptor, you can see it's quite wrinkled, much like a dinosaur, but where they've actually got the wrinkles, they've added in ice crystals, which I believe is an absolute superb feature to the model of the raptor. Now, the speed of this raptor, which a lot of you viewers might be you know, asking about, surprisingly, due to magical laws and regulations, it moves at the exact same speed as all of your other mounts. I know, absolutely ingenious. And he does look like a beauty when he's running, although he does kind of stick his head forward in quite a raptorish running motion, and you'll notice the hands do slightly go back, so you know, if you just go back and forth, it kind of looks like he's doing some sort of Egyptian walk. So that's it for the Ice Strider. This Ice Strider can be yours for the credit price of 1,350 credits. It can be yours. It's all yours. Anyways, on to the next mount. We have the Bounding Devourer. As you'll notice, it's kind of, from the side it looks very sleek, from the front it looks very podgy. The Bounding Devourer is essentially a smaller version of the Dendrome Raid World Boss, Sinbora the Devourer. So basically, for a price tag of 1,125 credits, you can essentially ride a miniature world boss, which I can assure you is every Telaran's dream. Now you'll notice this mob or mount kind of appears to resemble the hybrid between a frog and a tadpole. It does have very frog-like features. You'll notice sort of the froggy feet when I jump that you can see very nicely there, but it also has the tail of an estranged tadpole. It runs like fairly similar to a Mordantix. That is because it is essentially a reskinned Mordantix. A very, very nice mount there, and you'll see it doesn't have much teeth in comparison to the previous Ice Strider. It appears to have only a select few. I can only count 6 teeth at maximum, maybe 8 possibly, so it appears he definitely wasn't brushing his pearly whites. So on to the final mount that we have today on today's episode of Top Mount, which is the Shadow Hellbug. Now, this is a bloody expensive mount that's only available for a set period of time when Try and ever decide to put it on the cash shop. I believe this one was around 2,750 credits, and it is essentially a reskinned version, well, recolored version even, not skinned, of the common red Hellbugs and toxic ones, which are slightly orange. Now, you'll see the beauty with this mount is its shadow, so it's kind of a nice blend of purple and black. It's got absolutely razor sharp teeth which could impale anybody that you come across, but it prefers not to. I mean, you know, theoretically speaking, he should be like grinding on the face of the Shambler, but no, he's not. He's a fairly passive fellow, so you can be assured that this mount isn't going to turn around and stab you in the face. Let's get him up one more time for displaying purposes. You can also tell he has 6 legs, much like other bugs, past spiders. So he's an absolute beauty in the back. If any of you have played Defiance, when he rears that sort of end talon or tail, it exposes a weak spot, but lucky for you, he never does that in this game, and also the underhide is very much protected in comparison to Defiance, where it is a spot where you can shoot at it and it will deal an additional damage. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is essentially it for Top Mount Episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it and learnt a lot about mounts and their design. Not that anything important was covered, but we thought we'd show you all what we've spent our credits on, because we're addicted to mounts. Thank you once again for watching. I've been Seatin, the self-proclaimed man of legends. Have an enjoyable day.